So far in Robot Wars, the German struggles, we've seen just about everywhere a machine can be destroyed. Hammers, floor flippers, and debris delivered! Last week was just as brutal, with Tsunami and Black Hole completely taking over. Tsunami waved goodbye to its opponents, while Black Hole created some Swiss cheese. Now it's final time.
And our 4 grand finalists, Son of Armageddon with the red lifting arm, Black Hole with the dual spinning discs, Tsunami the speedy wedge flipper, and Tyke, the underdog story of the series. And here's how they line up. Our first battle will be Son of Armageddon against Black Hole, and that will be followed by Tsunami versus Tyke.
Aus Essen in Nordrhein-Westfalen, Son of Armageddon.
And Son of Armageddon, the breakout star of Heat A, getting a double knockout on Torgrim and Tyke in the first round before craftily side-stranding Junkyard Queen. But Black Hole could be hard to do that too.
Aus Dachau in Bayern, Black Hole.
And Black Hole with the deadly spinning discs, which caused massive damage to Absolute Crankaft and Hydrotech to get this far. Black Hole is invertible, so that's some defense against the flipper.
Roboteers, stand by.
So, it's Son of Armageddon's team with Dirk Carsten at the controls, and Marcus Marshall and the Black Hole team. And would there ever be a grand final episode without Sir Killalot? Dead Metal is in there too.
3, 2, 1, activate.
So it'll be interesting to see what the tactics are from Son of Armageddon, and it seems their plan is to back straight into Black Hole's spinners and see if they can halt the momentum.
Yeah, well, certainly the more armoured part of the machine, the front end of Son of Armageddon, looks comparatively more brittle. I wonder if this is more out of necessity than genuine strategy, in a part to make this battle last a long amount of time. But I think one of those support brackets at the front, yes, have been bent up, and that is not helpful for Son of Armageddon's case here.
Son of Armageddon, they're making an effort to go head on with Black Hole now, but their flipper just can't seem to get underneath it. I think they need some kind of plate on the end of that flipper. There's no real end to it. But look at the damage now. The support structure is bent high into the sky like some flag, and the sides are getting ripped apart by Black Hole.
Certainly is. This is worrying and damaging as this goes on, and Son of Armageddon is now limping around in a circle. I think one of its drive wheels have been broken. Well, that certainly has been. Oh, goodness me, this is starting to get rather brutal.
Already looking very similar to Black Hole's performance against Hydrotech, absolutely dominating and ripping up a lifter. And this is a machine which was so impressive in the first heat of the series. But Black Hole, they've turned off their spinners, seemingly knowing that they've already got this in the bag.
Yep, the pit bumper has now been bumped into. Son of Armageddon would be well advised to just take the plunge and try and get fighting fit for a remaining fight it will have in the playoff. But for some reason, it's still trying to keep going here.
But Black Hole is going to make sure that they're in the clutches of Dead Metal, it seems, and they're going to take even more damage at this rate. Let's not forget they're still in the competition. Black Hole could just disappear into a black hole, but oh!
Dead Metal! Oh! That is nasty! The team are trying to enjoy it, Oh,
I don't
dear.
think they'll be enjoying it when they're making repairs before their next battle, but Dead Metal just cutting straight through the side of Son of Armageddon, and they should be worried that their internals, which are clear as day for the driver of Dead Metal to see, are not affected by that circular saw.
Yeah, well, incredibly, Son of Armageddon is still limping here, but this has been one royal beatdown from Black Hole up until this point.
Son of Armageddon just about moving, proving that they're still alive, but time has run out and it's going to go to the judges. So let's have a look at the highlights then, but Son of Armageddon did not execute their plan very well. They wanted to back into Black Hole's spinners and silence the discs, but quickly they took damage to the front of their machine. Structural damage, which is going to count heavily in Black Hole's favour in this judge's decision. Just look at the damage that Black Hole was able to inflict with its discs, and it only got worse for Son of Armageddon as they took even more damage from the house robot Dead Metal. Surely this one is going to Black Hole.
Und die Juryentscheidung ist gefallen. Das Team von Black Hole ist im Finale.
So Black Hole will be heading through to the grand final, but who will be joining them? Will it be Tsunami or will it be Tyke? Let's find out.
Aus Regensburg in Bayern, Tsunami.
And here is Tsunami. They qualified through the same group battle as Black Hole, who they're now hoping to fight in the grand final. But impressive wins against Absolute Crankraft and Not Perfect got them here.
Aus Celle in Niedersachsen, Tyke.
Tyke had a curious start to their campaign, breaking down almost immediately in their first round melee, but they went through regardless and got a surprise win over Golem. Let's see what they can do.
Roboteers, stand by.
On the left, Team Tsunami, surely happy with this draw. But Team Tyke have given us shocks before, who knows? Sir Killalot never shocks anyone, he just wants to destroy. And he is dog-sitting Growler.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Tsunami then fighting another invertible robot, and there'll be a third one coming if they can win this as well. So we need to see some knockout power from them, I think.
Yes, well, an early flip over on Tyke there should set the tone for the battle, but Tyke looking at least a bit more mobile than we're used to, so that could be positive. Oh, over the flame pit now. Maybe I spoke too soon, actually. Over it goes again.
Power is nothing without control, as they say, and though they've got the movement, they haven't got the direction. And now, just kind of twitching over the drop zone there, you don't want to linger there too long. Tyke's back panel seems to be hanging loose as a result of that flip.
Well, I was going to say this battle might not see as much damage as the previous one, but Tsunami, well, it's moved a back panel out of place. And knowing Tyke, they'll probably get the immobilization on it as well. Oh.
It's not entirely impossible, but Tyke, we must remind ourselves this is a grand finalist here that we are seeing.
Oh,
Tsunami is pouring smoke out of the top of it, and this could be a huge upset if that were to affect their performance as they violently flip Tyke and exude even more smoke in the process.
Oh my goodness, well, Tsunami's still capable of a flip there, but I wonder what this smoke directly links to. Is it a battery issue? It isn't promising either way, but once again, neither is Tyke in the area of mobility, which is quite a key area in robot combat.
And Tsunami here is celebrating a win. That smoke seems to have subsided. We'll have to ask the teams later on exactly what was happening, but Refbot closing in to Tyke and counting it out after a very plucky campaign, which is still not over yet. They will be facing Son of Armageddon in the third place playoff, but it's Tsunami who heads forward to face Black Hole for the title.
Indeed it is, and Tsunami again celebrates with a flip, so you do have to wonder what issue that was and whether it will be a big problem for the title fight itself.
But somebody here has got a problem. Tyke about to get thrown by the floor flipper, placed there by Growler. How far are they going to fly? Very high indeed, but not so far with it.
Well, Tyke certainly never does things the conventional way, does it? Up and back down, nearly onto the floor flipper again. Oh dear, it's certainly been a lot of fun this series.
It's still more movement than we saw in their first battle of the series, but Tyke, we've seen gradual improvement from that team. A plucky team of newcomers. We hope to see them again, but Sir Killalot about to put them in the pit, get them ready for repairs. Growler's going to finish the job. And there we go. Tyke needs to grow up. Tsunami the winner.
Und wir halten noch eine echte Überraschung bereit.
But first we have a surprise, a 5th place playoff. Hydrotech and Golem couldn't make it, but we'll still be seeing Junkyard Queen against Not Perfect.
So yes, down to 2 for this 5th place playoff. Not Perfect is out first, which could describe the state of most machines in this competition. And Junkyard Queen rolls back out again after its loss to Son of Armageddon.
Roboteers, stand by.
The Cutler family with Not Perfect. Brian leads things. And Frank Feetsek's machine, Junkyard Queen. In the arena, Sergeant Bash with the flamethrower and claw. And Mr. Psycho with his claw. And a lack of sympathy for anything that moves.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Our 5th place playoff, Hydrotech, understandably not present after taking plenty of damage from Black Hole, while Golem was irreparably damaged by Tyke, I suppose. But here we are with Not Perfect crashing into Junkyard Queen, our 2 vying competitors for that 5th place.
Yeah, and it certainly seems like Not Perfect has had a bit of reinforcements made to that front wedge to stop it falling off again, shall we say. Junkyard Queen doesn't look in the best health itself, though.
Yeah, I think their own lifter is bent upwards. It won't be lifting a great deal, but it could be stabbing into the back of Not Perfect like it's doing now, actually, while burning over the flame pit.
Yeah, very curious scene of events here at the moment. Mr. Psycho having to come out. And, I think he's got a hold of Junkyard Queen here.
Quite curious. I don't think any of these 2 robots have been counted out, but he's going to carry Junkyard Queen anyway, holding it aloft, veering around a over! What are you doing, Mr. Psycho?
You ever wonder how the world was created? There's the Big Bang for you!
And ironically, I think that's taken Junkyard Queen out of the running in the process. They're stuck in the claw of the inverted house robot, now dropped free, but you can see how charred the bottom of it is from being over the flame pit so long. Mr. Psycho, you're supposed to be invincible!
Well, I mean, at least he's on the floor flipper, hey? Yeah, good luck with that. And what's going on here? We've got a competitor up in the arena skyline. Golem watching down on the action.
Well, he was so regretful that he couldn't take part, he just wanted to watch from the skies. But Refbot placing Junkyard Queen on the drop zone, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I am. He's watching from the sky, watching down and coming down and plumping onto Junkyard Queen. Well, that's one way to create an aerial attack.
Does that give Golem a technical 7th place? They are in the arena, unlike Hydrotech. Largely missing its target, though, just spearing into the wooden floor of the arena.
Oh dear, well, mark Golem down for control, please, judges.
Cease.
Dear, oh dear.
Well, this has just been a complete journey. I don't think I can take all of this fun. But Not Perfect is going to get 5th place in that mess of a battle. But there we go, we'll move into the third place playoff now. More prestige on the line. Son of Armageddon against Tyke.
So it's third place playoff time. Son of Armageddon looking for a happy ending here to its campaign. But here is Tyke looking to ruin that ending and show how plucky it is.
Roboteers, stand by.
The Son of Armageddon team roll out for the last time here. And Team Tyke, they've been really good fun throughout. Matilda's in the arena with the tusks and the spinner and the wings. And of course, Sergeant Bash is here again. Flame.
So these two machines met in the first battle of the series, and Son of Armageddon was quickly able to immobilize Tyke and put it in the pit. But as we know, Tyke has improved since then and immediately proving more competitive as they hold Son of Armageddon off the floor.
Yep, both machines getting in decent little attacks early on here. As Tyke moves into some space, looking to aim up something here, but Son of Armageddon getting at the sides after that.
I mean, wouldn't that be the story for Tyke if they were able to get revenge on Son of Armageddon and finish third place in German Robot Wars?
Well, it won't do it like that. Oh dear, running into the arena wall. Even when Tyke has positive moments, it seems to give us the rash moments as well. The pit is to your right, Tyke.
And their back panel is hanging loose again. They can't keep that sealed at all. And Son of Armageddon is going to prop them against the arena wall. Very clever, just like they did against Junkyard Queen in their heat. And that's the second time they've stranded an invertible machine.
It is, and although Son of Armageddon isn't quite of the level of our two grand final title fight machines, it's still a very good machine, as you can see here. Capable, and another very classy KO there. Or, no, Refbot doesn't like it. Continue to fight, he says. And Tyke will resume by moving into the pit bumper finally.
What a relief. It feels like I've been waiting all my life to see that pit go down, and Tyke tries to complete a drive there, and it does complete a drive into the pit itself. And Son of Armageddon is going to be taking third place in Robot Wars, the German struggles. Tyke finishes fourth.
Cease.
Oh dear, oh dear.
It's time for the title fight. Tsunami is out first. Looking positive. It's going to take a lot of that to beat Black Hole. And here is Black Hole, with the spinners raring to go one final time.
Roboteers, stand by.
So, here are the teams one final time. Team Tsunami. And it's been an emotional ride for both of them. Black Hole. Here's somebody with no emotions. Mr. Psycho. And Sergeant Bash completes the title fight lineup for the Housebots.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
And this is it, the grand final. Tsunami, the quicker of the machines. Black Hole with the more damage output, but immediately overturned by Tsunami, who takes an early lead in this epic clash.
It does. Tsunami trying to back into space there. A little bit of a rest for it after what it will consider a successful first attack. But it's going to have to be careful to withstand the pressure from Black Hole for the whole distance in this fight. And that's a really good fling. And then it reverses into it. That looked worrying. And it's still in the CPZ here. Tsunami just needs to not get too excited here. It's been a good start from it.
Sparks flying from Black Hole's discs, but while they're inverted, they can't gain proper purchase on the side of Tsunami. They need to be flipped back over so that they can grab hold of Tsunami and throw it upwards, but that looks to be visible damage anyway, coming off the back of Tsunami.
Certainly did, and again it just got too worried there and went into Mr. Psycho, and now the two machines are locked over the pit of oblivion. Thankfully, it's not actually down yet, and Mr. Psycho separates our machines without actually immobilising everything in the process this time. Thank you.
Or falling over. Cheers, lad. But Tsunami is going to take the plunge and press the pit release button, or narrowly missing in the process. But still, I would say, maintaining a slight lead at the moment.
Yeah, but to the Tsunami team, they might be worrying that this damage is starting to build up. But thankfully, their flipper is not out of commission yet. Very solid attack again.
It has, however, put Black Hole back right side up, and immediately sparks being thrown from the discs of Black Hole, which are spinning upwards once again. The team may be happy about that as they push Tsunami backwards. But tug and fro over the flame pit. What a close battle this is.
Really is heating up here. It's been a terrific title fight so far, but it's so close. We're honestly waiting for a moment of decision, and that's a massive one there. Black Hole shearing away an entire side panel, and that could be decisive.
Up into the skies it goes, and not only that, but the panel on the front of their flipper seems to be gone as well. So they will struggle to get underneath Black Hole for the duration of this bout. Will we see any more flips from this machine, or could this fight be heading in Black Hole's favour?
Yeah, it certainly seems like Black Hole is getting on top the longer this fight goes on, and now it's in behind Tsunami. You can see the damage accumulating, and there is the end of an incredible final.
It's gonna go to the judges though. Who did it? Tsunami or Black Hole? It's very, very close. While the judges are deciding, let's have a look at that fight again. Tsunami coming in with an early lead by turning Black Hole over, commanding the bout near a CPZ. But as we see, as the match draws on, Black Hole starts to cause more damage. There we see damage inflicted to the flipper. And there goes the front blade. Tsunami could not get underneath Black Hole from that point onwards. And it only got worse with the side panel coming away. But will the judges still favour Tsunami's early aggression? Or will that damage there be the critical moment when we have our German Robot Wars champion? Who is it going to be?
Gewinner vom Finale und somit deutsche Meister, das Team Black Hole! Das ist für euch. Herzlichen Glückwunsch.
Well, it's been a fantastic series. We hope you've enjoyed it. We've seen fantastic damage, fantastic flipping, and a little bit of everything. If you're interested in seeing more of this type of thing on the channel, let us know. We will be looking forward to your feedback. Until then, goodbye.
Bewerben Sie sich. Informationen finden Sie auf der Internetseite www.robotwars.tv.